everybody. 5'8" dunker, vertical jump coach, brain cancer survivor. Andy Lloyd here from Skigh Athletics, and today I'm going to talk about the process of training artist, producer, musician, friend, John Bellion. I met him November 2nd of 2017, and he was able to find me through social media where I was just posting videos on YouTube, Instagram, all that fun stuff. The one day after I filmed, woke up pretty late, which was about 9:30, 10 a.m. Woke up to this email, woke up to a follow from him back when he had that caricature profile picture, but texted him back. He was on tour at the time, so he didn't respond right away. Then he just said, I fell asleep, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm absolutely interested in your training. I noticed he was on tour. Someone in my family, I think, had mentioned, hey, he's in Orlando. So I said, hey, I see you're in Orlando. I'm actually in Tampa, Florida right now. And I remember saying my car broke down. So my brother ended up taking me. We just went straight backstage, and his friends were saying and whispering that, oh, that's him. That's the guy that can dunk. He was more excited to meet me, and that's not a knock to him at all. But he was just telling me that he's been following me for months at that point, I believe, or weeks. I'm not trying to hype myself up at all. And because, obviously I'm thinking I'm doing everything for free, and I've got this guy just offering to pay me to do something that I was doing at the time for $200 a month. So I was just fresh. I was just starting out and just doing whatever I could, posting whatever I could. He's quoting videos that I posted on Instagram weeks and weeks ago. So either he went through them all in one day, or, I believe him, he was checking in on me for a couple weeks, and he said that my personality, the way that I carried myself, something that he admired, for lack of a better phrase, as a trainer, just the way that I portrayed myself on social media, and that I was someone that he felt comfortable being around his family and vice versa. And that's when he said, hey, what if I flew you out to Long Island, you lived with me, and you trained me until I dunked the basketball. So he said it was something he's always wanted to do. Was athletic to start with, in terms of that he could just move. You just knew, if you play basketball, when someone plays basketball. He could nip the rim on a good day, but then the next day was not going to be a good day. So we had posture to work on, obviously explosiveness. We had mobility, not flexibility in the terms of, touching your toes like a gym class sort of warm-up stretch in elementary school, but we had a good amount to work on. He's extremely dedicated, and he was in the studio. He was making Glory Sound Prep at the time, which if you're here, you probably have heard of it, amongst other things, because I know he's always writing songs. He was obviously busy, but he was still putting in a good 2 hours, 5-6 days a week of 2 hours with me. After just coming back from tour, I met him November 2nd when he was in the House of Blues performing in Orlando. And November 13th, I'm in his home, and we're driving his Nissan, whatever it was, to the gym. Had to jump start it the first day just to get to the gym. So whatever he was saying in his songs about still driving that, whatever he had in high school was 100% true. We had to jump start it the very first day. And which, again, I didn't have a car, so no big deal, which he helped me obviously through, paying me, but I won't even go into details, but just very generous in all aspects of reciprocating the fact that I was training him and that I was living there with him in his home, and we were able to get him a dunk. I'll post the video. I'll post the comparison as well from day one to literally 10 weeks later. You also have to include a full week off for Thanksgiving and a full week off and then some for Christmas and New Year's. A lot has happened since. I texted him yesterday his song Meant to Live, and the first time I heard that song moved me to tears. The music video, watching that last night for the first time, did the exact same thing. So I texted him yesterday for people who are saying, are you still in touch? We both have our separate lives, but I definitely miss John. I miss his friends. I miss his family, probably on a daily basis. Same thing with the other clients that I've had that I've never lived with them, but I've lived near them for 3 months at a time. I can't say enough about John. I can't say enough about his family, how welcoming they were. They just treated me like a normal person. I guess that sounds crazy, but you see someone with, a certain stature, and you start to assume different things. But John and I had a very normal, just relationship. I don't really know how else to say it. There was never any power struggle. There was nothing like that. listened like crazy, adapted to the exercises like a freak in a good way. And just as I come towards the end of being full-time, and as, you know, using the degree that I went to Penn State for, and to I guess better or more consistently provide for my family, it was just fun. It was fun. I would tell my friends that I could just put on any instrumental, and he wouldn't do songs that at least I heard of, but he could just freestyle, and he'd hear a certain song or he'd hear a note. We get back to his house, there's, you know, piano just hanging out there, and then he's just ripping it. I hope that his experience with me was as rewarding as my experience with him. It's like the whole I learned more from you than you learned from me, but I was supposed to be teaching you kind of thing. So I hope I provided enough images, enough videos up here, probably fill any sort of empty space with just him doing plyometrics. I know I have this one of him dancing before the set starts, because that's just how it was. It was serious, but we did have a lot of fun with it too. So if a certain song was on, it was air drums, it was, you know, air guitar, you name it. Again, I did train John Bellion. I remember I posted some videos, and they surfaced in terms of just, man, the first day that, I think it was the first or the second day we trained, and I'll post a screen recording of that where I just said, you know, he didn't want to record too much of it, totally fine, because I'm pretty much the same way. I want social media to help me, but it is just a process just to post. But of just saying, going off the grid, going to be back in a few months with him dunking. The next one is another, we've probably been playing at 38 seconds of his transformation to get to that dunk. And then, like I said, just his 2-minute phone testimonial of just our time together and just what he thinks of me as a trainer, which is much appreciated. So like I said, I'll actually cut the video now. If you guys have any questions, I'd be glad to follow up. Maybe not in a video, maybe in a YouTube short. But you can do the same program that I put John through. It's a 6-month program, and it will get you this, where I think he put close to 8 inches on his vertical in 10 weeks. I'm pretty proud of the program that I put out. It's worked for thousands of people, and yeah, so that's pretty much the shameless plug at the end. But as far as training John, like I said, 10 out of 10. He is who he says he is, a normal, just kind, genuine human being. I would appreciate you guys. Hopefully talk to you soon.